Welcome to our today's video on Rusangu University Journalism YouTube channel. My name is Abel Katemo. I'm your host today, and we're hosting uh, one of the students here, and we're going to talk about business issues, starting from how you can start up a business, including the masterclass that happened and everything that you need to start up a business. And today we have a guest with us. He's going to introduce himself by telling us his major names and everything about himself that is needed. To you, Sam.
Thank you so much. My name is Ronaldo Mwikisa. I'm a student of Rusangu University, majoring in BA Theology, BSc Biomed.
All right, thank you very much. Like I said, we're going to talk about business, including the Redefining Masterclass that happened. We're going to find out from him where it happened and everything that was spoken there.
The Redefining Masterclass was more like a conference which was hosted by no other than Dumisani, commonly known as the Radical Entrepreneur. It was hosted on the 4th of July 2022 in Lusaka at Hero Stadium. That was a venture in which he called different speakers to come on board and to also help orient in terms of information what we need to know in helping us becoming better in redefining each and every aspects of our businesses.
Okay, how did you get a chance to be there?
Initially, it was actually quite funny. Each school was selecting a number of individuals to go there. Actually, it was more the executive of different school leadership who were supposed to pick. And so the School of Theology picked, and also other schools picked. But interestingly, I was picked under the School of Health Sciences to actually go and represent the Department of Biomed. And so I found myself there under the selection of the School of Health Sciences.
All right, from your school, how many students attended the same event?
From our school, I'm not sure approximately, but I think we were close to 3 or 4 who actually attended on the side of the School of Health Science.
Okay. What was really the benefit in terms of school, the school that gave you the permission to go there? What was really your benefit from the same event?
Going there was actually good because it firstly gave me an opportunity to refreshen up, to actually go out of school at a free cost, going in Osaka.
Okay.
Obviously, they gave us food also to eat for free, and we just know how these things are.
Nice
experience. And also the benefit, I love business personally, so I never only used it as an opportunity to go and be motivated, because what's the point of you go there and you are just motivated and you come back just motivated? When there is a feeling, it does not work action. We need to do something. So when I knew that I'm going to Lusaka, I wanted to use it as an opportunity also to get some commodities which when I come back I am going to supply in campus, so that I don't only remain motivated, but I must be one person who's motivated, who's in action.
Yeah, exactly. Last time I saw a post on Facebook where a certain page was comparing Dumisani to Mr. Ngambo. The Ngambo is trending right now, where he was saying who is better between Mr. Dumisani and Ngambo? Ngambo is giving things for free, while you were paying to be at the show where Dumisani was directing there. Who is better than the two? Between the two?
You see, I've come to learn that in life, whenever you're doing progress, people will talk. They say there's a saying which says people only talk when you are at a funeral, or at your funeral. That's when they'll start talking good things about you. Okay. One thing that I see is that why should we compare two different people who are in different fields? You see, we don't know at which level Dumisani is. We don't know at which level Ndambo is. And we actually also don't know the routes at which they are coming in. Actually, most of the times we would actually see that a person who values information that they value it if they paid to actually access it. A person who would pay for a service would treat the service more than a person who gets a service for free. And so I have no issues so much on Dumisani charging. It actually helped me appreciate more the skills that I'm learning from him. as compared to Mr. Ndambo. Mr. Ndambo is good also, but he's good in his own field, and also Dumisan is good in his own field. So if we bring these people to be together, we actually know they're two different entities.
All right. Okay. From what you've learned from that side, maybe someone out there would want to know the definition of entrepreneurship, or, for instance, business at large.
Okay. When we look at entrepreneurship and business, mainly entrepreneurship deals with you being able to create something that can help you have a living out of employment. Okay. Most of the times, more especially in Africa, we are locked in a box where we feel if you are not employed, you cannot succeed. And that is one thing which locks us up. You see, somebody goes to school, they get a degree for 4 years only to wait to be employed. When they're employed, they live their whole life being employed on a schedule, and they are surviving on a salary which is paid once, and they live up to that salary for a month. They wait for another. It's as if it's a rat race, you see. But when you are an entrepreneur, you are able to make money every day. When you are an entrepreneur, you can be able to you can raise your salary by 2 in half the period that you actually get your main salary. So when you're an entrepreneur, you're basically a person who's found an activity to raise money outside of your salary.
Yeah, I get. A lot of youths today have ideas, but they don't have any measure on how to start up or save for capital. What are the measures that you can take? Maybe for me, who has creativity and everything, the ideas I have, but I don't have capital. How can I start up to save money for my idea?
The thing that is there is that creativity. If creativity is there, okay, capital is everywhere. Mostly when I come in campus, I always use the little capital that I have. Sometimes you'd find they give you money for food, but if you are to able to calculate the money you've been given, you know that some of this money I'll use it next month. I think. Yeah. Meaning if I'll use this money next month, instead of keeping it in our account, you can be able to pump into something, then you raise money. You see? Yeah, okay. Sometimes we have phones. We have very big phones which you can sell. Okay, it sounds radical, but you can sell your phone. Let's say you sell it at 1,000. You buy an affordable phone maybe at 500. You use the other 500 to do what? To buy something which can raise money. At the end of the day, you have now capital which is going to be generating in the what? In the business. So capital is everywhere. The secret of raising capital and having money that you can use in a business is what they call delayed gratification. When we have finances, we rush to spend because we want to gratify what we want, isn't it? You want to buy food, you want to go to the supermarket, you buy fruticana. Sometimes I analyze. You see, here's a person who's in campus. Almost every day during the week they are buying fruticana, which costs close to 10 kwacha, right? Exactly. Let's say 5 days they are buying fruticana, that's 50 kwacha. In 2 weeks, that's 100 kwacha. In a month, that's 200 kwacha. You see, if you are to get that money and you pump it into business, let's say you buy accessories for 200, you can be able to raise at the end of the day a 400 kwacha with accessories. You sell them in campus because we know we need gadgets. You get back your money and you remove your money, you take it back to food and you pump it in. So, you know, many other times we have excuse of capital, but capital is everywhere. We just need to begin.
All right. We've seen a lot of youths who invested in businesses, but at the end, the business collapse. What can we do to, let's say, or measures of maintaining a business? When you start, then see how it progresses. What are the measures can I put in place to maintain my business financially?
One of the things we need to keep in mind also in terms of business is that we need to be ready to make a loss. Okay. Losses are there to teach you and to discipline you for the future losses you might make ahead of time. You see, when you begin a business, losses are inevitable. You sometimes lose, you sometimes gain, right? Yeah, exactly. But when you lose, based on your experience of what you've lost, it will teach you more about what you are going to do when you gain. You see? Exactly. So when you begin a business, the strategies that can help you when you're beginning a business. Different businesses will teach you different things, and the way you are going to learn from those things is what is going to help you stand out in business. If you look at when you're beginning a business, one of the key things you need to keep in mind in relation with losses is start small, because there are high possibilities that in your beginning you are going to make a loss. But that loss should not discourage you, but that loss should actually teach you on how you can become better. So begin small. Then as you begin small, when you make that loss, it will teach you lessons you need to learn in future.
All right. Talking about the redefining masterclass, how much was a ticket, maybe from ordinary to VIP?
In the redefining masterclass, the ordinary was actually running at 100 kwacha, standard ticket. We had what we called the gold ticket, which was running at 300 kwacha. Then we also had the platinum ticket, the VIP ticket, which was running at 2,000 kwacha.
Don't you think a 2,000 kwacha can start up a business, or I can start a business instead of me going to pay? Since I have an idea, I can use that 2,000 to come up with something. Which one is which there? I go pay the 2,000 to listen to the ideas he has, or I just get that 2,000 and come up with my own business.
That's a very good idea. What is there is knowledge. They say knowledge is power, right?
Exactly.
You cannot start if you don't know how to start. You see, you cannot do something if you don't know the procedures of how you do something. Life has got principles, and mostly in life, there are two ways in which you can learn things. We've already spoken about losses. You can learn from losses, from your experience. But sometimes you don't need to learn from your experience.
Exactly.
Sometimes you learn from the experience of other people, isn't it? So if a person is offering an idea and it is worth it to invest in an idea, because it will equip you for the profits you will make in future. So if you have the idea, don't go and get the idea. But if you want to get an idea on how somebody else made it, then even you can make it. You can be motivated. And even if it comes at a cost, it's worth it, because it's just basically your investment. There will be a time when you are going to sow each and everything that you are actually, you are going to reap each and everything that you are sowing. So it's worth it. It's more like a way in which we are pumping in capital. It's a way that it will come back, because the ideas will shape us in the business.
All right. You said you are running a certain business as well, and you said you are a double major. How do you manage your time, like doing with the other major and the other major plus business and personal time? How do you manage that as a student?
It's just more of trying to know what things you need to prioritize and what things you shouldn't prioritize.
Okay.
We actually know to say most of the times we have a lot of time, but we don't know where to utilize what time.
Exactly.
One of the things I make use of is I make use of the time, more especially when I'm about to begin. Okay, because I am able to calculate to say, even as I am beginning, I need to make sure that when I have my commodities, these commodities might not only be sold on cash basis.
Exactly.
There are people who want to get them on credit. And I know also that we are only here for 3 months.
Exactly.
Meaning when I open, I must make sure I have my stock as I am coming in campus. If not, I must order them in my first week and second week before I get busy with school things.
Exactly.
So that when my commodities come, I can sell them, I can give them on credit, and when my commodities are with people, then I begin to focus on my business, in terms of school work. So I am there now, balancing, trying to hold here, trying to hold here. At the end of the month, again, if there are people who are paying, they pay back. You have your money, you remove your profit, you punk back your capital, and just like that, you keep on keeping on.
All right. What are your last words to the youth that are still struggling on finding an idea or an idea to work on? What are your last words to those people like who are still struggling?
My last words would be: discover what you are good in, utilize what you are good in, and also make sure that you show and you dominate that that's where you are good in. People always pay for a service that is worth it. People always be willing to pay. That's why even people, Dumisani, the masterclass that he actually held, there were a lot of people.
Exactly.
People are always willing to pay if they see that it's worth it to pay. So each of us have got inborn things that we are good at. Recognize what you are good at, develop what you are good at, and make sure you become best at what you are good at. Then people will see and people will pay.
All right, thank you very much for having you, sir. We're really humbled. Thank you very much. I guess you've heard from him. It's a bye from us. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification button. Bye.